How's it going, everybody? GetRec57 here, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing my personal Season 5.5 Marvel Rivals tier list. Um, I have been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, a lot of the new character, been playing against a lot of unique comps, and I played pretty much on stream for a week straight over on twitch.tv/GetRect57. And so you can see I've streamed pretty much every day. This is 4 days, 3 days, 2 days ago, 5 days ago. All Marvel Rivals pretty much, and all long streams. So I played a lot of games. I've probably played close to, I want to say 3, maybe 400 games of Marvel Rivals. Maybe not that much, maybe more like 200, but I've played a lot. So, and I played a lot of new characters. So I have a pretty good idea of how strong everything is. And I just want to do a tier list, in my personal opinion, what I think is strong. Now, I just want to throw a quick disclaimer. This is the tier list for my rank, okay? Tier list for my rank. And I've been playing at a couple different ranks, but mainly it's like high GM, low Celestial, and then I made a new account for Rogue, so like Diamond, Plat Diamond-ish, okay? So this is a tier list based on those ranks and playing mainly tank and DPS, okay? So I haven't been playing much support yet this season, so this is from a tank DPS perspective, even though I have made it pretty much to Celestial and support as well, so I can like pretty give good insight support. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's get straight into it. I'm gonna start off with the tanks, then DPS, then supports. Let's get right into it. Venom. I don't think Venom is too strong right now. Venom suffers from triple support is really strong. Ultron is really strong, and Venom struggles against Ultron a lot. His damage is very out-healable. There's a metric fuck ton of CC in the game, so he doesn't get much value. He's still probably one of the better dive tanks in the game, but he just doesn't do enough damage to justify playing him. Hulk, this is the worst tank in the game by far. They did not give him any buffs. I thought he was the weakest tank last season, and he is now the weakest tank this season, except there's even more CC in the game. And Thing can shut down his jump for 5 seconds now. Worst tank in the game. He needs buffs. He needs help. Not much to say about Hulk. Just a really, really bad tank. Do not pick it unless you want to die. Thingaling is going to go right there with Venom. He's just not very strong right now because Dive isn't very strong right now. Triple support crushes right now, and Thing has the issue of his survivability is okay, but his main job usually is just to counter Dive, and because Dive isn't good, you don't really need to play him much. He's above Venom because he literally shuts down Venom really nicely. But honestly, when they took away his ability to kill squishies because of his damage change, he just, yeah, he fell off really hard. Groot. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying that this is the best tank in the game. I don't believe that. I think he's really good. But I genuinely think that this tank suffers from, like, if you just shoot him, he falls over, man. Like, he's a big target. You can farm ult off of him pretty nicely. He does get his CC immunity from his Ironwood wall, but if you just break it, then he's just used his, like, best ability for kills to try and give CC immunity. And, yeah, I don't think he's that good. I mean, I don't think he's this high. I think he's just solid. He's a solid tank, right? He's definitely good, but he's not the best. Cap, I'm gonna put him A. He's going to eventually probably be in low A, right? Like, he's almost here, but he's better than these two. He's got much better survivability than these two, and his ultimate is much better than these two tanks down here. He can definitely like provide some nice distraction. He also suffers from triple support is just so broken that you can't really kill anything. Um, but you know, when it comes to giving distraction and having a good ultimate, Cap is definitely up there. So I think it's a solid tank. Thor. Thor is an interesting one. His new the new hammer swing like movement that they gave him is so funny to watch sometimes because he's just like running in circles, but it's actually like really good for kidnapping, man. It's really annoying to face because he can actually like start his swing in front of you. So say you're on the front line, he's on the front line. He doesn't go behind you. He stays in front of you. He swings, he catches you, and then he 180s with his mouse and he brings you back into the team, dude. It's like a Wolverine kidnap. It's kind of crazy. And then his damage is still pretty good. He's definitely not one of the best tanks in the game. Like he's solid. I think he's going to be low A cuz Thor gets screwed by CC. But he's decent. Decent tank. Magneto. Probably one of the best tanks in the game still. They didn't nerf him last season. I don't think he needed a nerf. He's just a solid tank. He will always be a solid tank. There's not too much you can do that makes Magneto bad because his ultimate and his bubble is just so valuable that like just genuinely he's just so strong. Like he's just so solid. He has 2 bubbles now. It's just just overall solid pick. He can shut down support ults. Just really good tank. Even though I think he's boring to play. He does not need a nerf though, because if you like, first off, nerfing him won't bring him down. Second off, like he's a skilled tank to play. Like you got to have a lot of visual awareness. So I'm gonna put him in S, but not in need nerf. Doctor Strange. Yeah, this character was okay last season. I actually said he was S tier last season, like low S. Now he's really bad because like he just doesn't do enough to like justify picking him right now, man. Because he gets rolled by Emma. CC is bad. Invis counters him really bad. Gambit counters him pretty good as well. A good Strange definitely could still like do really well. He's definitely better than these 2 tanks. It's just he's just not very good in the meta right now. I still like him because of his damage output, but the thing is, with so much healing in the game, his damage output isn't even enough anymore. Right? This is one of the like best, most consistent damage output tanks brawl wise, and it's just not enough anymore. So yeah. Emma, I think again she needs a nerf. They need to find a way to make this not the best tank in the game because she is the best tank in the game. It's not even a debate. She's still the best tank in the game, and her nerf to 50 HP. Congratulations, you did nothing. Emma is still the best tank in the game. Yeah. I mean, a slight nerf. I don't think they need to destroy her. Like again, they need to nerf her again. Basically, they need to just keep micro nerfing her until she's in a spot where she's not a must pick. If she's open in general, she's a must pick, right? Maybe not all the time, but like most of the time, you just pick this character. It's annoying, and I'm done seeing her in the meta, bro. I'm so done with it. Penny Parker. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe it, but I'm putting her in S tier. Low S, very low S, but I'm putting her in S tier because at least on some maps it makes her genuine, like she's genuinely unkillable on some maps, and her nests are genuinely unkillable on some maps because literally, like for example, the Venom map, the symbiote map. Good lord, I don't know what you're supposed to do. She puts her nest in the health pack room. You can't shoot it. You can't, man. No matter what angle you take. Obviously, there's nothing melee characters can do to her because the melee characters can't kill her nest. So you're relying on your team. I can tell you right now, plat, diamond, and even low GM, you gotta ban this character as a melee like player. If you play melees, you have to ban her because people won't shoot her nest. I don't know why. People don't shoot her nest in those ranks. They will never figure it out. Just shoot the nest, but they don't. She's not as great in high elo. She's not S tier in high elo, which is why she's gonna go in very low S. But I'm just Take away the health, the healing, and the overhealth she gives to allies on her nest. Why her nest affects her allies? No idea. It makes backlines almost like it makes them unkillable, and backlines are already unkillable. Anyway, Angela. High A easily. on the verge of being an S. And I might put her in S because I put Penny in S. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm putting her in S tier. She is very strong when you're able to kidnap people. Like, if you have a good Angela actually, like, a good Angela actually makes, like, is really, really good for the, like, it makes a difference in the game, right? Especially if you can, like, pin people in, you can pin people off the map, you can pin people into your team. It's kind of like a Wolverine kidnap. And the speed boost they gave to her pin is absurd. You will get taken so far away now. You can't get back to your team half the time. Like, genuinely, you just have to, like, I think a good change to this character, I don't think they need to change anything. I think she's a really high skill tank, right? And is like, she has counters. I just think they need to make it so that you hear her again. Like, I don't know if y'all watch like Flat's video. The silent nerf they made, the silent buff they did on her, you can't hear her flying. You cannot hear her. You have to genuinely, like, if you know they have an Angela, you have to be looking behind you every 2 seconds because she could just appear there because you don't hear her. I think they need to make her louder again. Make it so that you actually can hear, like, her flying, like, so that you can hear her slightly. Like, I don't think they make it Iron Man loud, but they make it, like, make her make a sound at least, right? So that, like, you can actually have, like, reaction time. Other than that, I think she's just solid. Very good tank. Rogue. So I almost have Lord Rogue. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I almost have Lord Rogue. I've played plenty of this character. She is a very interesting tank, and obviously it might be too early to tell, but I'll say right now, she's not the best tank in the game. She's not S tier. I don't even think she's S tier. Is she better than these three? With Gambit team up, 100%. Without Gambit, it's debatable. I'm gonna put her here. She's solid, and if you play her really well, you can get value. The problem is, like everybody else, triple support, being meta, kills this character. I'll tell you right now, if they play something like Cloak Luna, or like Mantis Luna, or like just Luna, anything pretty much. If they play Luna, this character jumps to need nerf almost. Like, almost jumps to need nerf because she destroys Luna. I permafarm Luna. Genuinely. I permafarm Luna. But if they don't play Luna, if Invis is open, if Gambit's open, if they play Ultron, this character can't get as much value because the backline is so hard to kill in the game right now, man. This character suffers from supports are too strong. But she's definitely very good. Or not very good, but she's fun and she has potential. She probably could use, I definitely think they need to buff her ultimate because her ultimate, I think all they need to do with the ultimate, I have absolutely no problem with how it functions, other than the fact that it should siphon ult charge at every point of a person's ultimate. Like, if they have 20 ult charge, you should be able to siphon it to 0. If they have 100 ult charge, you could be able to siphon it down to 80. Same as if they're at 80 ult charge, you siphon it down to like 65 or 60. As long as they're in the ultimate for the whole duration, obviously. It won't drain that much if they just run out of the ultimate, obviously. But I think it should drain ult charge at every point. The problem is, all the buffs that you get from, like, you know how you get like the healing buff and the self-healing and the damage boost from siphoning from certain roles, it doesn't do anything. The tick damage is so low, it doesn't do anything, and the damage boost is so low, it doesn't do anything. The only time this ultimate works is with Gambit ultimate, and that's because Gambit's ultimate is OP, not because yours is. Yeah, they need to make it so that the siphon of the ult charge can happen at any point. And then it'll actually be a value ultimate because you can stop people from like having ultimates that fight, if that makes sense. The problem is if you siphon somebody from 100 to 80 and then they can't go below 80, what will happen is they'll like, for example, for support, they'll heal the tank one time and they'll have ultimate again. It's like it doesn't do anything, right? But if you, like, let's say you're going into a fight and you start your with your ultimate and you siphon them from 80 down to 60, well, now they have to wait a lot of time to get that ultimate back, right? To get even close to that ultimate. So, like, that would be a better change for her ultimate. I don't think they really need to change much of her kit other than maybe, like, her shift should be on, like, a 14-second cooldown. But, anyway. Iron Fist. On to the DPS. Iron Fist. Lobby. Not a very strong character. He gets mauled by CC. He does not do enough damage to squishies. He's a dive character. They should make him be able to kill backlines. But they made it so he's a tank buster, but all the tanks can destroy him. Emma chokeslams him. Groot kind of just walls him off. I don't know what, like, he can't kill Groot. He can't really kill Mag because Mag just self bubbles, pushes him away with the right click. It's just, yeah, not a good DPS right now. Iron Man is terrible. I mean, the only time I've seen Iron Man work is when people don't shoot him. That's it, man. But if you just shoot this character, he falls over. He is so squishy, man. Like, he just doesn't, like, the overhealth he gets from his armor overdrive is just nothing. And his movement speed while he's not flying is just so bad that he's so easy to kill. He's annoying, but I don't think he's broken. Storm, I think this is a high B character. I don't think she's, like, that strong. I don't think she's that weak. She's kind of just there. Her ultimate's decent, but it gets hard countered by Phoenix ultimate, which is the biggest problem. Is because Phoenix is so strong that you kind of just Phoenix ult her and she dies. So yeah, Mr. Fent, I'm gonna put him at C. I mean, I like this character is just an ult battery. I don't see a reason ever to play this character. You like other than maybe the niche scenario where like you use him to counter maybe Angela pins if their Angela is insane. But like this is borderline F tier, but he still has a niche with his ability to stop divers. But other than that, outside of that, you should never play this character because he doesn't do damage. He plays like a tank, but is a DPS that doesn't do damage and isn't a tank all the time because he has to get to his bubble form or his inflated form in order to deal damage or in order to have the health of a tank. But then he can't really take space that much because his health gets drained and then he has to go back down into his little baby form where he can get killed really easily if he gets focused. Never play this. Like, if you're going to play this character to try and play it like a tank, just play a tank. That's it. Witch. Low B. Not really great. I mean, her buffs definitely were, like, gave her a lot more damage output. But, I mean, her ult is still pretty easy to shut down or just hide from. And her damage is, like, lackluster. And since dive is not very strong, there's really no reason to play her. Human Torch got some buffs, but I think he's right there with Storm. It didn't really do enough to bring him back because Hela's still broken. They buffed Punisher. Hawkeye's still broken. There's just really no reason to play him over other DPS. Blade, he got a couple buffs, and I'm not even gonna put him in A tier. I want to, but I don't. I can't. His ultimate is still too weak. His ultimate is you don't really get kills outside of the ultimate, but you don't get kills with the ultimate either. The buffs they gave him are nice because he gets his ultimate quickly, but his ultimate still doesn't do anything. I think the thing with his ultimate is they should make it so that if you get hit with the initial cut, it applies the anti-heal and gives you a slowing effect like Invisible Woman. So then they're forced to stay inside the ultimate for longer, which is what would make it a little bit stronger. Or they just simply buff the damage of the ultimate because the anti-heal that he applies basically does nothing, unfortunately, because supports are so strong in this game. But and then you can't stack it with his gunshot anymore either. So yeah, they need to buff his ultimate. Star-Lord, this is probably an S tier character. His survivability is still crazy. His ultimate is super strong, especially with Gambit ult. And even without Gambit ult, his ultimate is still strong. Just an overall, just a solid character. Not really much to say. He's not a nerf-worthy character, but definitely is a strong character. Daredevil, I'm putting him at A. He's good. He's good. But you know what? I have to give props to NetEase. They did a really good job on this character. They nerfed him exactly how I said they should. A very tiny nerf, but a nerf. They just took away 25 HP. I think that's enough. Do not nerf this character again. He's not S tier. I'm going to die on this hill, bro. I will. Because I was wrong about Gambit. We'll get to Gambit. I was wrong about Gambit. but I'm gonna die on this hill. Do not nerf Daredevil anymore. I don't care how much backlines complain, bro. You are playing the easiest role in the game and the most broken role in the game at the same time. Don't complain about dying to a Daredevil because you're playing literally a broken role. And I'm allowed to say this now because I've played the broken role up to Celestial. It is a broken role. It's broken. Literally, Invis, Gambit, broken ass characters, man. Like, it's stupid. Do not nerf Daredevil anymore because we need dive characters to be good in this game because if we don't have dive characters, supports never die. And even then, even with the dive characters, sometimes supports never die. Like, dead ass. If they nerf this character again, I'm going to crash out because if supports are complaining about Daredevil's OP, first off, no, he's not. He really isn't because I've played support and I could 1v1 Daredevil, no problem. If you're a support and you're dying to Daredevil, there's two reasons that that's the case. This is an insanely skilled player and insanely good on Daredevil, and your support isn't paying attention to you, or you're brain dead and have no skill. That's the only reason you die to Daredevil. Okay? The character's broken. The character's never broken. The player is really good at the character. The same as Spider-Man. You may die 100 times as Spider-Man. Doesn't mean Spider-Man's broken. It means the player is good at Spider-Man. Do not nerf Daredevil. The 25 health nerf, I agree with, because his survivability was kind of insane. But no more. No more nerfs. Do not nerf this character anymore. I thought the nerf to Psylocke was going to be bad and that she would still be broken, but honestly, okay. I have to give them props for this one. It actually kind of knocked her down. At least it makes her not played anymore. I think she's probably still as broken as she was last season, but anything to make her less played, I'm happy with. And that nerf apparently made her less played because I don't see her much anymore, or at least not as much as I did last season. So honestly, I guess W nerf because it made people not play her anymore. She's still obviously really strong, but I'm gonna put her low S. But people just don't play her. So I'm happy with that because honestly, I hate that character. Moon Knight is A. He's just a damage button. He works really well in triple support. Of course, everything is based on triple support at this point, so I'm gonna make this based on triple support. Moon Knight is very good against triple support because he always gets ultimate before the supports get ultimate, and the way to beat triple support is to just do so much damage that you can't heal it, that they can't heal it. And so that's what Moon Knight does, right? He puts on so much pressure that sometimes you can't heal it anyway. Or if they can heal it, they're using all their resources to do that. So, yeah. I don't have, it's annoying to play against this character, especially those unskilled Moon Knights that just throw onks at the ground and think they're good. But I actually think he's pretty decent, for the game, because he is quite easy to kill if you gotta get to him. You gotta focus him, man. He will die if you just focus him. Namor. This character is low A, and, he'd honestly be low B without Hela Team Up, but he still has Hela Team Up. So, I'm gonna put him mid A. I'm gonna put Rogue down here. Mid A, he's really solid if you get Hela Team Up. If Hela Team Up is open, this is a very viable, Hela Namor. Alright, apply the anti-heal, do a ton of damage, squids, whatever. His ultimate is really, really good. Yeah. But obviously, this character, I'm gonna put him up here, assuming he has the Hela Team Up. But if he doesn't have the Hela Team Up, he drops down significantly. Hawkeye. I'm gonna still put him in S. I mean, people have been saying that his tier went down for some reason. He didn't get any nerfs. He's still S, and I'm gonna put him here. No, here. Because he just one-shots people across the map. He can't be killed because he sits behind his supports. He's so broken that he can do 350 headshot damage, probably more than that, behind his own supports. So, which means if you try and dive him and kill him, guess what? The supports turn around and then they shove their healing up his butt and he doesn't die. He has a jump, he has a slash, he has so much survivability. The blast arrow does nothing, but who cares? His primary fire one-shots everybody, and I will still die by this. His ultimate lasts too long. And the after images last too long. He sits there, and I'm playing a tank with 700 HP, and 700 HP goes away in 1 second, even though I was standing in the spot that he's shooting 6 seconds ago. It's been 6 whole seconds, and that after image still has not gone away. Actually, I'm tempted to put him in needs nerf, but I think I'm gonna save that for the absolute, but he's definitely high S. Bucky, I think he's still. You know what? No, I will put him down one. He actually kind of got like, I don't know. He didn't really get any nerfs, but he kind of just got power crept. Um, he's still high A. He's still really, really solid. His kit is still stupid that it gives him so much overhealth and infinite ammo essentially, and everything that Bucky has is a CC item. Because his E, even though it doesn't stun, it knocks down flyers and slows people. So it's kind of like a CC item because it controls movement of players if you hit it, and he gets two of them. So it's very annoying. And this is probably one of the hardest counters to Rogue. I'll tell you right now. Because every single ability he has stuns you and displaces you, and Rogue is very important to not get displaced because if you get pushed into the enemy's backline without any of your escape tools or without your major escape tool, you will die. So yeah, major hard counter to her. Hela, I'm still gonna put this up. She needs to be nerfed. She dodged nerfs again. They refuse to nerf this DPS for some reason, even though she is still broken. Still broken, and yet they refuse to nerf her. I don't know why. I don't know why they need Hela to be busted every season, apparently. Because again, I literally was shocked when I saw no Hela nerfs in the last patch. So she's staying right where she was last time, which is in the freaking needs nerf category. Punisher. High A. I think he's really, really solid. I actually don't. Again, I don't mind Punisher as a character. I think they need to nerf his shotgun, but other than that, I think I like Punisher because he you can kill him. He's a character that if you don't kill him gets tons of value, but he is killable. Okay, so I'm gonna put him in A tier. And the reason why he's not in S tier is because he is killable. Like he's not unkillable, but he does do a lot of damage, right? Because he's very squishy. And he gets countered by Mag pretty bad. But solid. Black Panther is the worst character in the game by far. Not even close. This character, I don't understand what NetEase is doing. Why this character has been D tier for like 3 seasons now. And they didn't buff him. He's right down, and guess what? He's down there with his team up buddy in Hulk. So if you play Hulk and Black Panther, you're literally throwing because this is the worst tank and the worst DPS in the game by far. It's not even close. They need to buff BP or give him a rework or something, dude. Because this character, and then they buffed Thing, by the way, to make Thing turn his abilities off for even longer. It's so bad. Worst character in the game. Do not pick Black Panther. I tried playing him like 1 or 2 games. Literally unplayable. Spider-Man. If you're really good on Spider-Man, you could do a lot. I'm gonna put him high B tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put him high B tier because he does get countered by Ultron, and Ultron's really strong. Triple support also crushes him because you just can't kill anything. But he's probably one of the better of the dives DPS right now. Daredevil's probably the best, but Spider-Man's probably up there because he at least can he can get kills if you really hit your combo, and I mean really hit your combos, and he can actually, if you do it right, you can kill through Gambit ult. Like if you combine, so they Gambit ult, you Gambit ult, and then your Spider-Man does the combo on their Gambit, and then Spider-Man ults the Gambit, he will die, and then their Gambit ult gets shut down, and you keep going with yours. It's really good. But apart from that, like the problem is he's so easy to kill. If you just stun him or you do literally just shoot him or something, or just heal the support that he goes on, it's almost impossible to get a kill if the supports are just aware. Logang. We got Wolverine here. I think he's decent. He counters Groot, which is good, and he can be good against Magneto. The problem with this is that Invis is so broken against him that it can be very hard to play him and get value, and his ult just doesn't get farmed fast enough to have meaningful impact throughout the whole game. They did make it so that he could slam walls, which gives him a lot more versatility, But apart from that, he's not strong enough yet. I'm gonna put him low A. Yeah, I'm gonna put him low A because he's just there's like you could just pick better DPS to get kills on tanks. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him low A. Black Widow, still a bad character. Still will be a bad character. The only time this character will ever be good is if they made her one shot headshot, but then she'd jump up to S tier, and then it just wouldn't be good for the game. So she'll stay D tier. She's not as bad as these two characters, but she's still bad. I still see nobody pick her, and when she does get picked, she's kind of food for like a lot of characters in this game. Her ultimate is like decent. Um, but I mean, even then, her ultimate, you kind of just walk out of it, right? And then you could cleanse it with Gambit, and like just everything is just not favored for her. Phoenix, this character is strong. Probably needs a nerf. You know what? No, I'm doing need nerf because she was okay. Like she was manageable before, and now they buffed her ultimate for some reason. I knew when I saw that change. When I saw that change that they gave her 100 more HP on her ultimate, I was like, why? Her ultimate was already hard to kill, and then they made it now, and it literally is impossible to kill. I've tried every time a Phoenix ults, I've tried to break it. It can't be broken in time. It's too fast. They need to nerf her, and specifically, they need to nerf her ultimate back down to killable range because it's unkillable. It's unkillable now, right? Especially since she can like hit a high ledge and it'll still do full damage or some like and stuff like that. Like it's not good. Magic is low B. She is not C tier because she technically can get kills, but she is definitely one of the worser dive characters in the game. I'll put her above Iron Fist because I think she's better than Iron Fist. She does have her one shot combo with her ultimate, but her damage is so lackluster against triple support that it's very hard to get max any value out of Magic right now. And since Thing got buffed heavily and Emma's still meta and Ultron's meta, like it's just really hard to get any value out of Magic right now. So yeah, she's gonna be down there until we fix this triple support meta. Skirl Girl. I'm putting her in A. I can't believe it. I think this is the highest I've ever put Skirl Girl. And I'm going to put her right below Moon Knight because she has the same thing of you play her in triple support, 2 tanks, 1 DPS, and it's just your damage like pumper, and she just holds left click down main, often gets 2 or 3 kills per fight because she just hits people with random shots. Her stun needs to not bounce off walls and hit people. It needs to, if you either direct hit it or you don't hit it. That's it. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be able to bounce off a wall. I dodge it, it bounces off the wall and hits me anyway, and then she double stuns me. It's stupid. And her ultimate is not, obviously, it's not great, but if you put it in the right area, it's almost impossible to kill. So she gets her ultimate quick, and then she throws squirrels at you, and if you're unlucky enough to be caught without mobility or be caught in like an area where the squirrels bounce off the wall like 3 times in a second and it does like 400 damage to you. Yeah, just forget about it. Anyway, but she is still easy to kill if you can get on her. You have to push this character. The problem with this character is she could sit behind, like again, like Hawkeye, she can sit behind the supports and deal full damage because she doesn't have any damage fall off. Okay, on to the supports. Let's go real quick with this one. They didn't nerf him. I'll be honest, I was so wrong about this character. I was so wrong about this character. I said he didn't need a nerf because I thought he was decent for the game, but and I think he's still pretty healthy for the game. I don't think he's a unhealthy support for the game, except he kind of is right now because he has too much. But I think a couple small nerfs and you knock him down to like S or A tier, and then like then he's like manageable. You could still like You still get good value out of him and his ultimate, but he's actually like not super broken and a must pick every game, right? Right now he is a super broken and a must pick every game. But and they didn't nerf him. I told them they needed to nerf him last season. They should have given him 250 HP. He should be on 250 HP because he gets self-healing from literally everything. If they just made him 250 HP, he'd be balanced because he'd be easier to kill. But you can't kill him. He's 275. He's like the tankiest and most survivable support in the game right now. So like you just can't. He needs a nerf. Probably to his ultimate and to his HP. That's what I think. Loki. Low S. The only reason he's low S is because you pick Loki and you copy the most broken support ult that you can have, and then you just do it twice. So most of the time it's Gambit if Gambit isn't banned, but if he's not banned, then you pick Loki and you copy Luna, or you pick Loki and you copy Invis, or you pick Loki and you copy Cloak, or something like that. Mostly you copy Gambit and Luna, but yeah, he could copy other support ults too, and it would still probably get the same amount of value. And then obviously you just have his Undying Totem. He is bad against Rogue, but like since Rogue is like not that strong, he's not even that bad. I'm gonna put him up here next to Groot. Luna Snow. I didn't like. I think her buff. This is a weird one for me because her buff. Everybody's saying her buff is super strong and super broken, and maybe it is. But at least as a rogue, like playing rogue this season, like majority, rogue, like Luna is food for rogue. Honestly, like if they play Luna, you could genuinely play rogue and get away with it because rogue destroys Luna, because Luna can't really get away from her, right? Because it takes too long for Luna to start up her skating, and the one shot combo does kill Luna. So I genuinely like, I don't know. I'll put her, I'll put her high A. Now I'll put her over Rogue, even though technically Rogue destroys her. But in the whole game, Luna's definitely better than Rogue. I genuinely don't want to put her above any of these characters. I'm gonna put her there. I'm gonna put her mid A because I think there's just so many better supports you could play in this game right now. And yeah, Luna's ultimate is okay, but it actually does feel like it ends quite quickly, which is so nice because, like, when Luna ult was 12 seconds, man, it was unbearable. But now I think she's just she's pretty balanced. I definitely think they need to take away her damage boost because that was too much. But the self snowflake is actually a good idea, I think. Um, Adam. Let me think about Adam. I think he's the worst support in the game. Let me just make sure that I'm. Let me think. Worst support in the game. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna stick by it. Squishy definitely is food for Rogue as well. The only reason I wasn't talking about him as much as Luna is because simply I don't see him played. Period. I never see Adam Warlock players. I've never seen like I played with an Adam on my team like once or twice. I've never played against one so far this season. Like not one game against an Adam Warlock. He's not played. Like he's just simply not played. He's only really played in triple support, and the problem is there's just always three better supports than him, so he never gets played. So I'm gonna put him in B because he still can get value with his res, alright? And his chain heal can be good if you hit shots, but like he's just the weakest support in the game. And very squishy. Very squishy. Jeff of Jeffrey. Jeff the Land Shark. Probably the second worst support. Little Mantis? I'm gonna think about this in triple support terms. I think Jeff is better than Mantis. I'm gonna put him low A. Definitely not the greatest. His ultimate is still pretty weak, and he dies a lot in it. Like I definitely see Jeff's die a lot in it, and his util is okay, but not great. And if Rogue hits him with like a surprise attack, he can't react and will die to her, and can die to most of these other tanks as well. But he's okay. He's not unplayable. I'll say that. Mantis, I'm gonna put right here with Adam. a lot of high level players, like I'm not at one above all, so I don't know, but apparently she's really strong at one above all. I down at Celestial and in like the diamond area, she's not played. She's really easy to kill, and her ultimate is okay, but not super OP. And her healing output obviously is not great, and the damage that she gives is cool, but the problem is this game is just so power crept that the damage boost she gives basically doesn't do anything. So you'd rather have the crazy healing over the damage boost. At least that's what I've found. Cloak and Dagger, I'm gonna put her high A, above Luna. Um, she definitely has the problem of like this character actually is surprisingly easy to kill on the ultimate. You can pull her out of the healing area. Um, Magneto can shut her down. You can kill her through her ultimate with Groot ult pretty easily. Um, and then outside of her ultimate, her healing output is so low that like she's not even like on the level of like she's not even a main support at this point because her healing output is so low compared to all the other supports that like because if you play Gambit Cloak, you'll often find that you don't get like there's not much healing. You don't get much healing because like the Cloak is supposed to be your main support because Gambit's more utility, and like Gambit always out heals her by a lot. Gambit will out heal her, Loki will out heal her, Luna will out heal her. Like the only time she gets all of her healing is in her ultimate, but if her ultimate is getting constantly shut down, you like she's not really healing. So, but she's still decent. Obviously, she's still pretty good. Her ultimate is the longest lasting support ult in the game, so if she doesn't die, then it's up for a while. So, yeah, that's why she's above Luna. Um, Rocket, high A. This character definitely gets crushed if you don't play him right because you gotta really know what your ultimate placement is, and there's really not much you can do outside of holding right click and putting down your ultimate. His respawn anchor is pretty good. Obviously, it's really strong. Um, he's definitely one of the better triple supports because he can put down that respawn anchor, and you don't need him to be doing a majority of the healing in triple support. So he can do healing and give you the damage boost from the anchor, which gives you some aggressive play if you play it right. But you also get the added benefit of he can put down the respawn anchor and respawn somebody if they happen to die. Invis, right there you go. The two characters that were meta last season, both I didn't put Gambit in needs nerf, but I was wrong. He should have been in needs nerf. Um, both of them are right up there again. Both of them got the grand total of taking away 200 ult charge from them. It takes 200 more energy to charge their ultimate, and that's it. That is all they did. Still the most broken support comp in the game by far. They're getting banned in almost every game. Gambit is definitely getting banned in pretty much every game, and I want Invis to be banned in every game. The problem is I always get Invises on my team, and I'm a thorough believer in don't ban your own teammates' characters, so I don't ban her. But I want to ban her because her pull is oppressive, her shield is broken, her survivability is disgusting, her healing output is stupid. She just has way too much going for her, and the only like I guess if you want to call it bad thing about her is that she can be killed out of her ultimate sometimes, but if she just jumps away and then puts a shield on herself, good luck killing her through her ultimate. It's really really annoying, and she needs a nerf, like desperately needs a nerf. Broken in triple support, just yeah. And then finally Ultron is going right there in S tier. I've seen this character played a ton, and he probably, yeah, he's going to be played a ton. 2 drones makes it so that first off, he counters all the dive characters in the game. His drones, now he can support his backline and frontline at the same time because he gives a drone to one of his supports, and all of a sudden that support can't be dived because the healing is just too high from the drone, on top of the fact that now the drone gives the ability that Ultron has makes it targeted, which means that Ultron can use that like shields up ability, which gives everybody like whoever holds a drone a shield ability on top of a speed boost on top of a damage boost, which means that he can save his support and then his support will be doing more damage and running faster. It's crazy, and he's obviously really strong in triple support. He's probably one of the best triple support uh supports because he has an ultimate that can provide a lot of healing pump, but can also be a damaging ultimate as well. So, yeah. Just, yeah. Really, really, really broken. The buffs were so good. He was the worst support, and now he's one of the better ones. Just incredible. He's probably even above Loki. That's why I'm going to keep him above Loki. And I think I'm going to say that that's my final tier list for this season. Subject to change. We'll see how the meta evolves and revolves. Um they probably need to buff Rogue. They definitely need to help Hulk and BP. I think Widow should stay right where she is. These two characters are too high skill to be down here. So they definitely need to figure out a way to make these characters better without breaking them, because these characters have been, I'm gonna go with air quotes, broken in the past. Um, so obviously you don't want to break them again. But I mean, to be fair, they seem to be pretty okay with making characters that were broken not great and then bringing them back to broken status. I'm looking at you, Hela. She was broken in season 0. They nerfed her and then they give her a couple micro buffs and now she's broken again. So, I mean, we'll see. Anyway, thank you all to who stayed to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing, and leave a comment down below, letting me know if you think this tier list is fair or if you think I'm just being a complete moron. Let me know what you would change, what you think. And yeah, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good day.